Welcome to another monthly episode with me, Dr. Mike Brass, where we get to talk about different facets of information security. This time, I asked you what you would like me to cover, and Mario Puskas's suggestion was my choice. Marius asked, what are the main criteria you would look for while building an effective security maturity program? He clarified this as including, let's say you get a role as the first security person in the organization. How would you build the security program? What would you look at? What is important to you without having the big budget? Excellent question. So let's take it from the top. The first is to understand what information security is. I've covered this in previous videos and in LinkedIn posts. Remember, you now head the security. You are not a security engineer as your main or only focus. No one must misconstrue me, as world-class security engineers are sorely needed and highly valuable. It means you have a different focus, the business. The first thing to understand is what is the most useful for the security practitioner to engage with when developing an information security strategy. And yes, I did take this wording from a recent poll conducted by Dr. Richard Diston. The answer is data strategy. A data strategy refers to the tools, processes, and rules defining how to manage and act upon business data, or rather, the plan defining processes, people, rules, and any tech to manage info assets. We need to know how the business intends to capture, validate, process, share, archive, and destroy it. This will inform us of the types of data we will be collecting and any legal requirements. In this day and age, information data can be, and normally is, the primary asset. You also need to understand the business strategy, the risk criteria, and risk methodology employed at your organization and speak with departmental heads. You need to pull all of this together while understanding protection and risk management of the value creation processes and objectives of a business. And all of this depends on your understanding of data workflows and the management of them. I always advise building an ISMS, an information security management system. Go beyond essentially technical controls. Go beyond ISO 27001. Essentially use 27001 and 27002 as a baseline. For example, cloud is still poorly covered in the latest 27001, in my opinion, and also poorly covered by NIST. Don't use either as prescriptive. Tailor them around your company's existing practices while enhancing those practices as appropriate in conjunction with the relevant business owners. Build a bespoke ISMS if you need to, and map the controls to ISO 27002 should you ever get asked by a third-party company. Lastly, for this video at least, conduct a CMMI assessment. The Capability Maturity Model Integration Framework is a process, measurement, and improvement framework that helps organizations measure their cybersecurity maturity and helps them understand where improvements should be made. There are 5 maturity domains. 1 is initial. This is the basic, undocumented, and unchanging capability, limited technology and tools. 2 is called repeatable. This is partial capability with some technology and tools. Some local processes are repeatable, but they may not be good practice and the processes may not be maintained. 3 is defined. It is capability with significant technology and tools, many repeatable processes, and there's organizational guidance in place. 4 is managed. This is really where you should be aiming at. It is mature capability with advanced technology and tools. Consistent processes exist, some governance exists. 5 is really only hit by some larger organizations, and by and large, most companies do not need to hit it. It is optimizing. This is advanced capability using leading-edge technology and tools, enterprise processes with formal policy exception process, and effective governance throughout. The main point with optimizing is a combination of continuous service improvement and heavy metrics. Now, Sometimes you would love to aim for this. If you achieve it, fantastic. 4, however, is excellent, and you do have a measure of metrics that need to be in place in order to maintain it. Overall, for CMMI, there can be up to 20 or more domains. These are architecture, awareness, business continuity management, data protection, identity and access management, policies and standards, privacy, security monitoring, threat intelligence, vulnerability management, software security, metrics and reporting, governance and organization, host security, incident response, third-party security, asset management, operations, network security, and strategy. Go through them to identify strengths and weaknesses, and you will have a good baseline understanding of the current cybersecurity maturity posture of your organization and where to make improvements. You can then hold more informed conversations with the senior leadership in your company and continue moving forward. Feel free to continue this conversation on my LinkedIn profile. Thank you, and see you next month.